Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So, I have a little idea. I've got a million ideas for this little trinket tray here, but I've been wanting to tinker around with some new stuff that I got, some new colors and. So I was thinking, I want to kind of mess around with these glow-in-the-dark alcohol inks a little bit more, and I also thought, it'd be kind of cool to have a glow-in-the-dark trinket tray that was the star and the moon. So, here's what I kind of got an idea of so far. I got all these new, pearl powders in that 36-piece mica powder set that I got. And there's gold, blue, red, green, and violet. So there's 5 different colors of the pearl colors. My daughter did test them out for me on a black surface, so that way I would know what it would look like if they were brushed on something and then poured black on back. So, but I haven't mixed them into resin yet to see what they look like in resin or, cured. So I thought this would be a cool idea to, do it this way. So you know how there's where you can drop your alcohol inks and then dump your white, and it spreads out beautifully, and then it kind of gives it that beautiful almost watercolor look sometimes, that kind of scenario, I guess. That's what I was kind of thinking about doing with this, because these colors will be white with the pearl color being behind it. So I thought it would kind of work the same concept. So I dropped these alcohol inks in here and then split these up into 5 different cups and dump them in over where we put the alcohol inks. So I'm thinking this green and gold will do more in the star area, and then the violet, red, and blue will do more in the moon area. That's the plan. If it probably won't work that way, but that's what I'm kind of going for. And so I have kind of the same colors in these alcohol inks as in these pearl colors, other than the orange. The orange is the only thing I don't have. It's gold on the pearl colors. So the green and gold is going to be the green and orange, and then the blue, violet, and red, blue, violet, red, right? So that's the plan. We're going to see how it works. So I'm going to get these colors split up into smaller cups, so that way we can split them up into 5 different colors. And I did make more than what I thought I was going to need, because I measured it out to be 6 ounces, but I've done that before and it's not turned out. So I always go an ounce more, at least an ounce more than what I think it measures out to be with the water, just to be on the safe side. And I do have quite a few smaller molds now, some cute little smaller molds that I can throw stuff, leftover resin in. And I also have a couple other little projects off to the side that I could throw the extras in as well. Now, will this work? I don't know. But, I mean, you can't go wrong with glow-in-the-dark powders and, the pearl colors, because they're so pretty. I've not used... Oh, my goodness sakes. Yep, I'm just gonna make a mess everywhere, you guys. My usual. But as I was saying, I haven't used these ones yet. I've used like other like pearl colors, interference colors, you know, depending on the company, what they call them. And they've, you know, always turned out pretty. So I even got some from Temu a long time ago. I actually got like 2 sets of them. They were like 2 6-piece sets or whatever. And I got them from Temu and they weren't bad at all. I was kind of shocked, to be honest with you, on the fact that they were, like, it turned out as nice as it did. Alright, so here's the red. And the green. I was looking for the nails that my daughter did with the black base last night and put these colors on it, because I was going to show you guys what it looked like with the black base, you know. And I can't find them. I don't know what she did with them. She might have actually thrown them in the garbage. But I'm not sure. She's already in bed, so I'm not gonna go wake her up and ask her where she put them. But they were really pretty. Like 3 of the colors though. Because I had her test these 5, and then the dull red blue color, and then the magic violet color that was in that set. And 3 of the colors all look like a really bright blue. And then the gold was nice, the red was nice. But yeah, there's 3 colors that this blue pearl, the dull red blue color looks like a really dark blue. And then the magic violet color, surprisingly, looked blue instead of purple, like a violet purple color. So that's what we got with the blue. These honestly look really, really, really similar to the ones I got off of Temu. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty much the same exact thing. But, like, you can see how it's like a white with the color accent in it. So that's what I was thinking. It would kind of work the same with the drop in the alcohol inks and then the white resin push. So I thought, well, let's try it out and see. And, you know, like I said, I wanted to try these colors out in resin too to see if they were going to be any more vibrant than the ones I already have. But they look to be about the same, if I'm going to be honest. Now, whenever they cure, that'll be the true question, because ones from Temu looked about the same as this when we were mixing it in resin. But then whenever it cured, it didn't seem like the colors were as vibrant, like they weren't like coming through as good. and pretty much just look like a dirty white color with like some splotches of color. So they were really nice for like brushing on things, or if you were gonna do it and then do the black background. But just to mix it in and use it as a color like this, yeah, it wasn't really that great. So that's gonna be the other thing is, okay, this is what the colors look like mixed in resin, but what are they gonna look like cured? Are they gonna still kind of hold their color once it's cured? And I mean, the colors will kind of get manipulated as well because of the fact that I'm putting the alcohol inks in there. So, okay, so all of the colors are mixed. And I still have like 3 ounces off to the side that I can mix more and add more in as well. But I kind of want to see what colors do what first, and then pick what colors I want to add more of. So we're going to do these the ball stuck. You know what was really easy? When I left them all in the case and shook the case. Because it mixed all 5 of them at once for me. So much easier. And I did shake them really good before I started the video. So that way I was hoping that it wouldn't be as bad whenever we would go to do it. Alright. So I'm going to take the orange and I'm just going to drop it down in here around the star. No specific anything, you know. And that's not going to... Then we're going to take the green. Maybe if I can get the lid off. And we're going to drop the green in around. And we're going to start with the other 3 colors around the moon. Like I said, this might not actually turn out to be like pretty, but it will be glow in the dark, and it'll have a bunch of pretty colors. If nothing else. And I am gonna try to do the glow in the dark bloom coasters again with these, and like actually try to do a nice bloom. We'll see how it turns out. I was thinking that could be my video for tomorrow. I'll get it. I just been really busy last couple days getting some orders done and out which I just want to say thank you to all of you who have ordered from me. I really greatly appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy all of your little extras that I send along for you. I've been selling stuff off my eBay store like crazy lately too. Thank you guys so much. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. If you are subscribed already, thank you and welcome to the craziness that I call my life. So, we're gonna take some of this green and we're gonna dump it down into the star part and some of this gold. I shouldn't have stuck that on there. Alright. We're gonna dump some of the gold just in around wherever. And then some of the green. Oops. I went overboard. I don't want that stuff going up into the other part, but oh man. Some of the purple and blue and red. This might be a little bit more vibrant than the Temu ones, because look at it even on the stick. Like, it's definitely showing up pretty nice, even on the stick, so. Alright, let's try to do some purple up in here. Some red. Some blue. And then we'll like switch the colors off in other places. That way it's like layered differently. I definitely think it's going to show up cooler with the alcohol inks like in behind it. I should just go ahead and scrape these out now into here. That way when I put the other colors, because the other colors are going to kind of go over a little bit because of the moon sitting up higher. Hopefully this will be a cute little trinket tray for somebody. Alright, now let's put the rest of the gold in here. How's everybody's week going so far? Is everybody ready for Memorial Day weekend? Or, well, Memorial Day Monday, but it usually stretches the whole way through the weekend into Monday. I am making some 4th of July coasters, and I was thinking about maybe making like 4th of July serving platter, like a tray, so that way you can put all your goodies on it, like your ketchup and your mustards and your mayo and all that stuff. And then you can have your coaster set. So I'll probably be working on doing that stuff over the next couple days, because I want to make sure I have a couple sets done and made before the 4th of July, because they usually sell so fast. Oops. Oh my gravy. Just letting it just all roll everywhere. Making a mess. Look how pretty that is. Holy cow. That's going to be pretty, I think, right there. Okay, so we still got a little bit of those 3 colors left that we're gonna put in here. Just catch some of these bubbles now before we add any more in there. Okay. Do we want to add some more? Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's add some more glow in the dark alcohol inks. So that way we have kind of like 2 layers of it, of the glow in the dark. So that way, you know, it's guaranteed to glow. That is really pretty. That blue with the red and stuff. Ooh, very pretty. Might have to make something with just those colors there. Alright, let's get the rest of these in here. Look how pretty that is. Whew. Might have to make something with just them colors there, because I feel like that's gonna be so pretty. Especially doing like the excuse me. Especially doing like the white like push per se, I guess you call it. I think that them colors are absolutely beautiful. I think the alcohol inks are gonna like enhance the colors along with making it glow in the dark. So that will be so cool, right? Oops. Oh, jeez. Smart, Brandy. Smart. My hands just like to do whatever they want. It's like, oh, you need to jump right now, so that way you can dump resin everywhere. Yep. That's my life in a nutshell. I'm either dropping stuff, throwing stuff. I used to get real upset about it, like when it first started happening to me. I used to get real upset. And then I just do what I do best. And got a good sense of humor about it, like I do everything else. And started making jokes about it and laughing it off. Because you can't do anything to change it. You know? So you might as well just laugh it off and try to find some humor in it. I do that with everything that I go through and deal with, because it's so much easier to laugh than to cry. There we go. Now we got this little bit of blue left in here, and we're probably definitely gonna have to mix up some more colors in here, because this is not gonna be enough, which I kind of knew that already, because I only mixed up 5 ounces. Yeah, I mixed up 5 ounces of color, so I knew I was gonna need to mix more, even if it only took 6 ounces. So we'll see. I think it's gonna need some more in the green and blue, or green and orange, green and gold, green area, the star area. So wow, that's pretty, you guys. Woo, this is pretty. If it actually turns out like this, oh my gosh, it's gonna be cool, right? Don't worry, guys, my torch flame is like on dang near no flame. is so pretty. Oh my gosh, you guys, this might have been a good idea. Can you guys see? Hold on, let me see if I can get you in closer. Sorry guys, I accidentally shut you off somehow. So, let me just finish putting the resin in here, and then I will bring you down so that way you guys can see it a little bit better up close. I'm gonna do I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of the pearl violet, the pearl blue, and then mix that up together so that way it's both colors, the pearl and the blue, or the violet and the blue, sorry. And we'll take this and just sporadically put it wherever. Well, that's gonna put us pretty close to the top. So yeah, that's gonna put us really close to the top. So do I want to put, oh man, maybe just a teeny tiny bit more. And let's do a little bit green. Oh boy, I really didn't put anything in that cup. There we go. That's a little better. And let's put a little bit more green in here. Kind of see if we can push back some of that purple and blue and red out of the star. I mean, we're gonna get some in there either way, but let's try to push some of it back out. I was thinking that gold kinda is more like a yellow than a gold look. So it should kind of give you that like star feeling. Alright, guys. I don't think I want to put any more than that in there because I don't want it to overflow. I'm going to throw it inside my curing machine. My resiner is the curing machine that I got. So it'll be done pretty quick, but I'm gonna let it sit for a couple hours before I put it in there to give the bubbles a chance to get out, because I didn't think about it, nor did I know, you know, you gotta wait for your bubbles to come up. Unless you have a pressure pot, you can throw it in your pressure pot and get rid of the bubbles real quick before you throw it in your curing machine, but I don't have one. I just have the Let's Resin bubble remover, and so I don't want to like put this in there or put something else in there with like this, and then because it wouldn't work, it would just bubble over everywhere in the machine and just make one heck of a mess. So I will just let it sit for a couple hours and let it degas on its own for a little bit, and then I'll throw it in my curing machine so that way it doesn't cure with a bunch of bubbles in it. Because I already made that mistake once. When I first got it, I put stuff in there testing it out, and I should have waited until my resin degassed before I put it in there, because once it came out a nightmare mess. Like it was just completely and totally full bubbles that were cured into the final piece, which was terrible. So lesson learned: let your resin degas before you put it in the curing machine. And any of you guys out there that didn't know that, or haven't got one yet and you're thinking about it or whatever, please take my advice and let your resin degas a little bit before you throw your project in the resin curing machine. That way you don't end up ruining your project. Because yes, as nice as it is to make something and have it done in 2 hours, you don't want it done in 2 hours if it's going to be ruined and full of bubbles. You know what I mean? So, just a little heads up there for you guys that don't know. So, we're going to go ahead and let this cure up, and then we will come back and demold it and see what it looks like and see how well it glows and see what these colors are going to look like cured. See if they hold their color or if the color is going to end up disappearing or what's going to happen. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye. I'll bring you guys down real quick so you guys can see it. Sorry. I guess you can't really see that great what the colors look like, but they're like super vibrant, you guys. Like, they're really pretty. So I will be back in a little bit whenever it's time to demold. Bye. Alright guys, hi, we're back, and this is all cured up. So the colors look like they stayed pretty true to what they look like when poured it in the mold, which is awesome. Definitely better than the other ones I had for sure. So let's go ahead and take this out of the mold, and we also got to test and see how well it's going to glow. Oh. Well, and I didn't end up putting it in my curing machine last night. I was babysitting it for Bubbles for a long time, and then I ended up just going up to bed. So, oh my goodness, that's freaking pretty, you guys. Look at that. Them colors are absolutely beautiful. Now, the green and gold area here, it doesn't really look like can't really see two colors. Like, I think you can see a little bit of green right there, but that's it, really. I don't really see any other green. It's just mostly gold. Oh wait, I guess there is a little bit of green right here too. There is a little couple spots, okay. I mean, there is a little couple spots, but it seems like for the most part the gold just kind of took over. But this part is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. I mean, that is beautiful. Those colors, oh my goodness, those colors turned out so pretty. Alright, so let's check out and see if the glow in the dark part works and see what we got. That must have been a mark on the mold. Yeah, because it's not coming off. I thought maybe it was like from me touching it or something, but it's not. It must have been a mark on the mold. Alright, let's see if we can... Let's charge it up on my light over here. And we will shut some lights off and see what we can see. Now, it's not going to be completely dark in my room because it is still daylight, but oh crap, the camera light. Oh, sorry guys, apparently you can't shut the light off without shutting the camera back off. So, good to know. But I only left it on the light for like half of a second. So, I mean, I'm sure it glows way better than this. But you can definitely see that it does glow. I think, well, it basically only glows where the alcohol inks were dropped. So, I mean, I guess that's where you gotta configure too. So if you want more glow, you know, then you gotta drop more of the alcohol inks, you know, so that way it glows more. I should have dropped more, at least in the star, because that would have been cool to have the star really glow. I mean, we're definitely going to be making more of these. I got to make a lot of these in a lot of different ways, a lot of different colors before the craft show. So, you're definitely going to see multiple variants of this tray done. And I think the next one I do, I will make sure that this star is completely glow. And I think I'm going to do the moon. I think I'm going to make the moon look more like a moon, like put little craters, you know, make little crater marks on it and stuff. Put like a little design in here, maybe, you know what I mean? But for it being the first pour, and I wanted to test something, you know, I don't think it turned out too bad. I might, like, do some embellishing, like, around the star, and maybe around the edge here. I don't know. But it definitely turned out really cute compared to what I thought maybe initially it was going to turn out to. And them colors did stay. Like, they stayed very, very vibrant and, like, gorgeous. Definitely not the same as the ones from Temu. Because the ones from Temu, let me just show you real quick. This is how the jar turned out from the ones that I got from Temu. I did the same thing, well, minus the glow-in-the-dark alcohol inks. But I just mixed all of the colors in resin and then just dumped them all randomly inside this butterfly jar mold. And so, yeah, you can definitely tell the difference because as you can see, like the blue color is very bright and vibrant, but the rest of the colors that I had, like the green and red and all that, they didn't turn out as dark. Like, they're not even close. The only one that turned out the darker was that gold and the blue from Temu. So, yeah, you can definitely tell the difference. Because you can see all of the colors that I put in there. Very bright. Very, very pretty. Which is awesome because I have an idea for these. So, alright guys. Well, thanks for coming along. And if you like this video, hit the like button. Don't forget to drop me a comment. If you have any ideas or want to see me do any different colors or whatever, just let me know. If you're not already subscribed, please consider doing so. If you are, thank you so much for sticking with me and helping my channel grow. I appreciate and love you all so very much. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.